The Forgotten Tragedy, a dark chapter of World War II. World War II was filled with unspeakable horrors, many of which remain buried beneath the weight of history. Among these, the tragic fate of 160 German prisoners in Soviet-controlled territories stands as a chilling, yet often overlooked episode. As the war raged on, the Eastern Front became a battleground of not only military might but also human suffering. The intense hostilities between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union led to acts of revenge and brutality on both sides. While history books often focus on large-scale battles and strategic victories, the experiences of prisoners of war, POWs, tell a different, deeply personal story of pain and despair. Eyewitness reports and historical documents suggest that these German captives were subjected to extreme mistreatment before their eventual execution. This tragic event serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of war, where ordinary soldiers, often young and far from home, became pawns in a ruthless struggle for power. Despite the passage of time, stories like these remain important. They remind us of the necessity of ethical conduct, even in times of conflict, and the importance of preserving human dignity. War is never just about armies and strategies. It is about people, their suffering, and the lessons we must learn to prevent history from repeating itself. 1. Forgotten victims of war. In the chaos of World War II, many stories of human suffering were lost to history. Among them was the tragic fate of 160 German POWs who found themselves at the mercy of their captors. What happened to them serves as a haunting reminder of the brutality of war. Their story, though painful, is one that should not be forgotten. 2. The dark side of war. The Eastern Front was a battlefield not only of military clashes, but of human suffering. The case of 160 German prisoners who faced unspeakable cruelty serves as a painful reminder that war brings out the worst in humanity. As we remember the past, we must ask, how can we ensure such tragedies never happen again? 3. Lessons from the past. While World War II is often studied through its battles and victories, the stories of POWs tell a deeper, more human tale. The suffering of 160 German captives highlights the importance of humane treatment, even in times of conflict. History's greatest lesson? Compassion must always triumph over vengeance. Echoes of the past. A forgotten World War II tragedy. War leaves behind scars that stretch beyond the battlefield. Some are physical, others are etched into the pages of history. Among the many untold stories of World War II lies the tragic fate of 160 German prisoners who met a cruel end under Soviet captivity. This incident, overshadowed by the war's grander narratives, serves as a chilling reminder of the human cost of conflict. Captured in the brutal clashes on the Eastern Front, these soldiers found themselves at the mercy of an unforgiving war machine. While history often focuses on large-scale battles and political strategies, the lives of individual soldiers, many of them young men thrust into war by forces beyond their control, tell a far more personal tale of suffering and loss. The horrors of war are not just about who wins and who loses, but about the countless lives forever changed. The fate of these 160 prisoners is a stark testament to the consequences of unchecked vengeance and the absence of humanity in times of war. Though the world has moved on, such stories demand to be remembered, not to stir anger, but to remind us of the lessons that history painfully teaches. Only by understanding the past can we hope to build a future where war is no longer a stage for cruelty, but a lesson on why peace must always prevail.